Here we're going to look at setting up views in Mahara. A view is a bit like a web page where we can put resources on. So go into my portfolio and click on Create View. You'll see here that we have the ability to add different items onto our view. This first page is showing that we could put blog posts, etc. on. First thing I'm going to do is choose a theme. There's several different ready-made themes just to change the colour scheme, etc. Then we can change your view's column layouts. Default is 3 even-sized columns. If we then move on to next, we can decide whether we'd want the view columns slightly different. I've chosen larger centre columns out of this one and clicking on Change Column Layout. Okay, so along the top here we see the sorts of things we could add to a page. We can put in your entire blog, individual blog posts, or your most recent blog posts. The CV tab allows you to put your resume or CV or particular values from it. External feeds are if you want to put external RSS feeds for news items and the such like. Files, images and video are the one you're likely to use the most. External video allows you to embed YouTube videos. You can put files on there ready for people to download, or a folder with things in it. HTML page, embedded media that you might have videos that you want to embed onto your page, or an image that you've got saved onto your files. The general one allows you to put different things like Creative Commons licenses against your work or navigation panes, etc. Or things like recent forum posts you might want to show on your page. The most useful one out of these is the text box. You're often likely to use that. And from your profile you can put your contact info and your profile info. Remember to think about who's sharing these details there if you're putting personal details. First thing I'm going to do is put a text box onto the page so that we can talk a little bit about what the page is doing. So drag it down to the pane below, and then we can type in a title for the block. There's always a default, but you probably want to change it. So this is about the page, and then you'll put some text that you want to actually display to people. You'll notice here that I've been careful with my typing. You do have a spell checker on here, but think about it. You don't want to make a good page look bad by not having it beautifully spelt. You can change the font and the font size here to suit. You'll sometimes have the option of changing colours, but because you've changed this particular theme, it wants to make it a particular colour for you. And now we can click on Save. Okay, now you see down here you've got your little text box on your page. You could delete it if you'd made a mistake, or edit it if you wanted to change it. Display My View will just show you what the page is going to look like. Not very exciting so far, but your text box and the block headings there. We'll go back. And now we're going to think about putting files on here. First thing I'm going to do is put a picture. The more pictures you have, the more exciting things are going to look. And you see that I've already uploaded pictures to my files and folders, and I'm clicking on Select to grab that one. Click Save. And then we have an image of me looking beautiful as an avatar. Okay, now we're going to put a folder on here. It may be that if you've got all sorts of different resources on a topic, you want to share them with other people. So we drag that, it will automatically ask us which folder to put up there. Give it a title again. And click on Save. And there we see we've got some files in that folder for sharing with other people. If we drag this one, it allows particular types of video to be embedded only from things like YouTube or Google videos. I'm going to drag that one down, copy and paste the embed code from YouTube into that one. You see there's also TeacherTube and Sivey as well. You can change the size and then save. And it doesn't always show up first time in design view. Okay, this page has been saved, so it's going to take a few moments before we can actually get to the next stage. Okay, the next page is asking us to give a name to that view. Make it sensible. People might want to search for it, and you want to make it easy for people to find your page. Okay, I've given it a title and then a description. You can put tags in here so other people can search the things properly. And then next we're going to editor access. At this point we want to decide whether we want people to be able to comment on our page, and we also want to show who can actually look at the page. We might want to keep it private, we might want to share it. So public allows anybody. Logged in users are just other Mahara users that are logged in at the time. Friends you can choose, or a secret URL allows you to send someone a web address. In the search you can search for groups or particular users, and you see we've got a list of users here that we could add to the view. So it's up to you to decide. In my case I'm going to let my friends see this page. I could also set dates that they can actually look at it from as well. And then there's overriding dates, so if there are lots of different people looking at it you can make it available for certain dates. Click on save. And here we are, we've got a nice set of views here. You see you can have as many as you like really, but you know, we'll actually just make sure that whichever ones we've got will be linked to particular types of users. And you see my Carol's avatar page at the top there, and that's the page I've created. We can edit from here, change things, who can look at it, what content there is, etc. And you can see here I'm sharing my friends. Right, click on that link and there we are. You see the external video part isn't working. There's a problem with some YouTube videos. You need to make sure that you get the embed code for traditional web pages, not the more up-to-date ones. Here we could edit the title or the content or access again. In my case I want to edit the content to get rid of that video that's not working. So we're not seeing it at the moment, so it's obviously something has gone wrong. So in this case I'm just going to delete it. I know that I need to go away at some point and look at the embed code so that I get it correct, but for the moment it just looks a bit untidy having it there, so I'm going to delete it. Display the view to see what's happening, and there we go. Not a very complete page yet, but it's something you might be in a position to actually share with your other friends. We could edit our access there if we decide we want other people to see it, but I'm just going to cancel out of that one. I'm happy where we actually have